September 10th, 2001, one block from the World Trade Center. Security cameras captured the last known images of Dr. Sneha Ann Phillip shopping. At 7:18 p.m., she swipes a credit card, grabs her bags, and exits onto the street, into the rain. She never comes home. The next day,
we just had a plane crash into Level 4 of the World Trade Center.
Chaos. Thousands disappear. But Sneha is different.
There is not a trace of her. Nothing.
Listen to Missing on 9/11 on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Good morning. The Big Show is on the radio. Hang over your local news, weather, and sports.
This is His Royal Majesty King Vidor, slayer of the Visigoths, destroyer of the Mongol, and aggravator of the Ottoman Empire. You're listening to my two royal jesters, those gap-toothed barbarians, John Boy and Billy, on Ye Old Big Show. Arise, sirloin of beef. Arise, Duke of Ellington. Arise, water of 10, essence of myrrh, milk of magnesia.
Rock-a-doodle-doo, I'm Adam. It is Thursday, July the 15th. Everybody settling in? All right, Randy, last one in his chair. It's John Boy and Billy. Hey. Pillar's moving around outside the refrigerated area.
He's settling in by the refrigerator, yeah.
Hey, we got Marcy right here, baby. Good morning.
Howdy.
There's Randy.
Hello.
Jackie and Andy behind the glass. Yeah, we all here, all right. Today is National I Love Horses Day.
Oh.
I
do.
Oh, you gotta love a horse,
if you love
man.
them, try owning one. Right,
John?
I
wish
I had
or two
one.
or three. I've done that.
Yeah. And Billy, lucky enough to marry the loves of our lives that love horses.
Mm-hmm. The loves of their life.
I told you things go get, I don't know, when we finally made some money. There you go. All right, happy?
Yeah, Billy, it's your fault. We'd rather be poor.
Well, if you're worried about success spoiling you, get a couple of horses. That'll bring you right back.
All right, today is National Give Something Away Day.
Hey,
Anybody want a horse?
Have a dog first. It's a race.
Today is National Tapioca Pudding Day.
Well, that's not bad.
I don't even know what it is.
Isn't it like a rice pudding with raisins? Isn't that tapioca?
That sounds right. Sounds
Something
right.
like that?
If you're
Does
hungry
it really
enough.
sound right, or could she have said anything?
Yeah, she said anything. I can picture that in my mind. I've seen that. Maybe that is tapioca pudding.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. The only raisin-based pudding that I know of, I guess, with little raisin. Okay.
How many puddings do you know of?
Chocolate, vanilla.
Butterscotch.
Yeah, ooh, butterscotch. All right, today is National Pet Fire Safety Day. You're supposed to run a drill, with your pets, just like you do with your kids and family members. So you show them where to meet you, right? You said the pets. All right, Pearl, I'll meet you out the back door.
Well, I will tell you, having been in a fire,
Right.
that animals will go and hide like little children will. So the I guess the drill is, all right, family, this is where we're going to exit. This is how we're going to do it, and who's in charge of getting scruffy, that kind of thing, because they're gonna go and hide under a bed, in a closet, something like that.
They know enough to stay low under the smoke.
They do.
It's nice if you can get your local fire department to give you one of the some offer these a decal that goes at your front door that indicates there
Like
are pets inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had the volunteer firefighter tell me, he's like, because I was screaming about getting my baby, and I think I was talking about Trey at the time.
Right.
and so he said, but that's what we go in and we sweep after we know that who's out and who's left in there, and then we automatically sweep for children, babies, and pets.
All right.
So they look in all those places.
All right.
So it's helpful if you can give them a heads up.
Pet Fire Safety Day. Okay. And finally, it's National Gummy Worm Day.
My nephews love those things, and just because they look like a worm,
Huh.
it's ugh.
You know what you got to
Kids.
do? Yeah, slip a real worm in the bag sometime.
Don't ruin Gummy Worm
awesome.
Day. It's gonna be good. All right, we got 3 dates in history saved up. We'll get our first prize pack out and get you ready to win on Outburst. All right, Big Show's on the radio. Good morning, Big Show's on the radio. First prize pack we play for today, a variety pack of Astera Labs products, pharmaceutical-grade CBD made in the USA and no bitter aftertaste. Go to BigShow.com, click on the Astera Labs banner, enter code JBB, get 20% off all CBD products. You must be 18 to win. Let's set you up for it. Our 3 dates in history. July 15th, 1975, 3 American astronauts blasted off aboard an Apollo spaceship hours after 2 Soviet cosmonauts were launched aboard a Soyuz spacecraft. It was a mission that included a link-up of the 2 ships in orbit.
This is a proud day for me. Not about the astronauts, that you pronounce Soyuz correct.
I thought I got it, didn't I?
Nice.
When I don't think about it, I can do it.
Right.
You know, a lot of people don't know this, but the Soviets actually, technically, did beat us to the moon. Not manned, but they were the first to put a lunar probe
Is that right?
successfully on the moon.
Did they have like a Russian monkey in it or anything?
No, it was just like to collect
Just
data.
a probe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Move up to 03. Tex Schramm, who turned the Dallas Cowboys into America's team, passed away in Dallas at age 83. And then on this date as well, 03, a Japanese company announced the Meowlingual. That's a gadget it claimed would translate cat meows and purrs into human phrases. The company already had sold 300,000 bowlinguals. That translated dog barks into words.
Or so they said.
Both gadgets use scientific data on animal sounds from a laboratory that also analyzes human voices. So it sounds like it would work.
Yeah.
Your wife bought me one. You know that, right?
No, did
Oh,
she?
yeah. It didn't work unless my dog was cussing me.
Well,
It's possible, I guess.
all right. Well, there you go. There's our categories. 1-800-BIG-SHOWs, your toll-free line across America. Let's play Outburst next. Good Thursday morning. Big Show's on the radio. Video today brought to you by Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. Shark fishing man rescued from a floaty unicorn. Y'all, you ain't gonna believe this. Big boy fishing about 2 miles offshore in a floaty unicorn with a shark hooked up, rescued by a fishing boat.
Help me! Somebody help me!
You know what that is? Dedication.
Like,
That's one word for it.
Check it out, see for yourself at thebigshow.com. And right now, get out Thursday, winning beginning.
Outburst, let's play Outburst. It's the game that anyone can win. John Boy and Billy give you prizes from the big prize bin. Let's go meet contestant number 1. This should really be a lot of fun. When you're playing Outburst, have a hurry up and guess time. You'll have the best time. You'll have a big show time.
Say hey to Sean from Albemarle, North Carolina.
We'll have a big show time.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Sean, good morning. All right, bud. You ready to go?
Absolutely.
Let's get through these categories and get you this prize packed in. In 5 seconds, 3 things on a spaceship. Ready, go.
Engines, astronauts, and computers.
Gotta have computer. All right. Now we need 3 cities in Texas. Ready, go.
Dallas, Houston, and Tyler.
Attaboy. And for the win, 3 languages. Ready, go.
English, Spanish, and French.
And there's Sean winning it up.
Hey!
Hey, you are a winner, Sean. You hang on.
Oh, thank you.
Jackie will hook you up. All right, bud.
All right, thanks.
Bottom of the hour, top of your news. Right on the other side, there goes up a time capsule for this July 15th. Our early morning risers, that's you.
This is the award-winning John Boy and Billy Big Show. The South's #1 export.
And now, it's story time with your host, Carl Childers.
Hey there, John Boy. Little feller.
Hey.
I heard you and them other fellers making a fuss over them country boys a whooping them football players from that state that kindly looks like a mitten. I played me some football time to time with that Wheatley boy, Frank, and his friends. I stove up pretty quick. I was old and give out. I never was no count at it. That Wheatley boy'd always yell at me, "What'd you drop the ball for? What'd you drop the ball for?" So I just stick with what the good Lord meant me to do. Small engine repair and comedy. I found me a book on sports humor over to the mall. It's all about college sports teams and whatnot. There ain't a whole passel of them. I'm only telling the ones without curse words in it. I hadn't ought to talk like it. But at least I was able to work up an act for me and Melinda, and when Mr. Murray over the Red Hot Talent puts us on something called the college circuit, we can do something for you if you want us to. You ready, Melinda?
I need to sit down. My feet hurt. I can't do comedy if my feet hurt. I don't know about you, but if my feet hurt, I just don't feel funny.
All right, then. You have a seat over here next to the little feller. Some folks called him Billy. I called him little feller.
Hey, Billy.
Hey.
I have to sit here because my feet hurt.
That's fine.
I hope it's okay.
Absolutely.
If it's not okay, you let me know.
No, you're good.
I can move if I have to.
No, you're fine.
I don't want to, though.
Well, don't worry about
This
it.
chair's comfortable.
Yeah.
Is your chair comfortable?
It's very comfortable, actually, yeah.
Her feet hurt.
I heard that.
But her jaws seem to be working all right. All right, then, let's do our comedy skit. We can get you back to the dollar store before Miss Hoochie gets all upset. You want to introduce us?
Oh, yeah, I got you here. Ladies and gentlemen, the comedy silence of Carl and a big girl from the dollar store.
She don't like to be called a big girl.
Carl and Melinda.
All right, then. Is this thing on? Howdy, folks. Hey, Melinda. What do you reckon the average Mississippi State player gets on his SATs?
Drool. Hey, Carl. I saw you watching those cheerleaders on the TV.
Yes'm.
What do you get when you put 32 Arkansas cheerleaders in one room?
Full set of teeth. Speaking of cheerleaders, and we were, why do them Auburn cheerleaders all wear bibs?
To keep the tobacco juice off their uniforms.
Thought maybe that would help.
I was wondering where you were.
My feet still hurt.
Hey, Melinda,
Yeah.
How do you get a Georgia graduate off your porch?
You pay him for the pizza. Hey, Carl. Why is the Vanderbilt football team like a possum?
Well, on account of they play dead at home and get killed on the road. Get it? Melinda, what do Florida State students call their freshman year?
The 3 longest years of their lives. Hey, Carl.
Yeah,
How many freshman hokies does it take to change a light bulb?
None. But there's a sophomore course at Virginia Tech. Hold on a second, she does that. Okay. Do that turkey gobble.
Gobble, 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 gobble. I don't feel like school spirit right now.
That's right, you just hold on, we got a couple more jokes here. Where do you reckon that OJ feller was headed in that there Bronco?
Lexington, Kentucky. He knew the police would never look for a Heisman Trophy winner there. Hey, Carl.
Yeah, Melinda?
Why did Tennessee choose orange for their team color?
Well, they can wear it to the game on Saturday, hunting on Sunday, and picking up trash along I-40 the rest of the week.
Well, I don't have any other jokes written down.
That's on account of we're done. Good night, and don't forget to tip over your waiters. Thanks, John Boy. So long, little feller.
John Boy and Billy.
Never, not in a million years. Absolutely not. No way, Jose. No chance, Lance. Yet, negatory. Nah. And of course, my own personal favorite of all time, man falling off of a cliff. No!
Morning radio done right.
Good morning, Big Show's on the radio. Well, our favorite 102-year-old is paying us a visit this morning. He's got a smile on his face, so I'm guessing the coffee's fresh. He's Nerval T. Wheeler. Pull up a seat, partner.
Well, like they say, when life gives you lemons, trade them in for coffee.
You like your coffee, do you?
Son, I like my coffee like I like my women. Quiet.
Oh, I never heard that one before.
Stick around, my ball cap young friend. I got a million of them.
So, what brings you out and about this morning?
Yeah, I'm looking for a new breakfast joint. I sort of got banned from my current place for a spell.
Ooh, got banned? What on earth for?
Having a sense of humor, I reckon. This old chesty gal in the booth next to me decided to breastfeed her young'un. I got no problem with that. It beats reading the paper. So when the waitress come over and says, "What do you have?" I said, "I'll have what the kids having."
She got mad at that?
No, but it did raise her hackles a bit when I asked her if she had any to spare, seeing I'd run out of half and half.
Oh, that'll do it.
You'll probably be surprised to know that ain't the first time I had a run-in with a breastfeeder. I was at the county fair in the 70s. You got a minute?
Sure.
I was at the county fair back in the 70s, you know, and all them hippies is running around. And this old hippie gal there, well, she decided to feed her young'un over by the petting zoo. It was quite a sight. She was one of them free spirits, you know, and rather than just try to be a lady about the situation, she just went and dropped her whole top right there.
Well, that's pretty bold.
Yeah. You know, they say that the people that usually get naked in public are the ones that shouldn't. Yeah, that was her.
Oh, boy.
She drawed a crowd pretty quick. Subject of folks' attention was, well, I ain't quite sure how to say this, but, well, her udders were a tad mismatched. like one of them grew in the shade. My friend said it was a matter of a D cup and a teacup. And Junior was working that teacup pretty hard.
All right, I got you.
She was enjoying putting on a show until some woman from the Baptist church there let her have it. She says, "You need to put on a bra." That hippie gal gave her a dirty look and said, "I don't wear a bra." And I said, "Well, if you let Junior feed off on the other side for a while, you might be able to find one that fits."
How'd that go over?
About like it did here. Yeah, everybody gets offended these days. I got an overweight friend who gets mad when people tell fat jokes. I told him to lighten up.
Did he laugh?
About like I did here. But what the hell's he going to do, chase me? Years ago when I got out of the service, I took to driving a taxi cab for a spell. And one night, middle of the night, this naked gal, she jumped into the back seat. I turned around, I looked her up and down, and oh, she got all upset with me. She says, "What's the matter? Ain't you never seen a naked woman before?" I says, "Of course I have. I was in the Navy." She says, "Well, why do you keep staring at me?" I says, "Well, sugar, I'm just trying to figure out where you're keeping the money to pay for this ride."
We have that problem, too. You know, people get upset over the strangest things, Nerval.
Yeah, well, before every show, you should say to all them people we ain't offended yet, be patient. We'll get to you directly.
Probably a good idea.
Probably is some folks just ain't smart enough to be offended. I went to a comedy show a few years back. They had one of them, ventriloquist fellas there. Oh, he's on a roll, too. He told a bunch of them dumb blonde jokes, and the audience was a hooting and howling to beat the band. All except for one blonde gal on the front row. She stands up and says, "I don't think it's a bit funny that you're making fun of blonde people." The ventriloquist says, "Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. I won't tell any more blonde jokes." She says, "I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the fella on your left."
Was it Jeff Dunham?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't meet the dummy. Well, look at Tommy. I'm going to shuffle along, if you don't mind. I'm going to get me a cup to go and use that fancy indoor toilet, if you don't mind.
You help yourself.
Mighty neighborly of you. Well, keep your saddle oiled and your gun greased, and holler if you need me.
Good morning, everybody. You got the Big Show on the radio. Right, Big Show on the radio? Right! All right, let's take any news, weather, sports.
This is Spanky from the Yellow Rose, and you're listening to the greatest morning show in recorded history of broadcast radio, the John Boy and Billy Big Show. How big is it? Bigger than my head. And that's big. Huge. There you SOB, I read it. Now pay that tab, you AC deadbeat. Son of a...
Good Thursday morning. Big Show's on the radio. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Tranquil.
Morning, Pete. Whoa, what's with you? You look terrible.
I don't know. I'm not feeling so hot.
Well, what's wrong, buddy?
I think I'm coming down with something. I've been feeling kind of achy today.
Oh, you need to try Tranquil.
I don't know what the deal is, but all of a sudden I'm sweaty.
I'm telling you, Tranquil is good for what ails you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I got this oozing kind of little pimply thing here, and this morning I was puking my guts out, and I just went to the can, and there's blood in my urine.
Man, you really need Tranquil.
Hey, look! My fingernails are coming out!
Tranquil, Pete.
And this morning in the shower, I had these big clumps of hair falling out of my head.
Tranquil.
Hey, look, I just noticed some kind of weird, lump on the back of my neck. And now my wife, she says it's probably nothing,
Pete.
Tranquil?
Tranquil. For all your bizarre symptoms, the one medicine to take is Tranquil. The achy, sweaty, oozing, projectile vomiting, bloody urine, fingernail shedding, teeth falling out, clumps of hair in the drain, strange lump on the back of your neck that's probably nothing serious, so you can rest medicine.
I mean, for God's sakes, look! I'm menstruating!
Yipes! From SC Johnson Wax.
Good morning, Big Show's on the radio. Coming up, we play John Boy Jeopardy. The winner gets a Liquid Performance automotive cleaning and detailing kit in that John Boy and Billy bucket. Liquid Performance, the world's highest quality synthetic gasoline and diesel fuel additives. Hang on, you win it in a minute. First, let's get this call. Good morning, Big Show.
Well, good morning there, John Boy and Billy, and good morning to all our beloved friends out there in Radio Land. This here's the Reverend Billy Ray Collins from the Sword of Joshua Independent Full Gospel Pentecostal Assembly just off State Road 23 on the Frontage Road. I'm calling today to invite whosoever will to come on out this week for our annual Sword of Joshua old-timey midsummer tent revival. It's going on every night this week here in the church parking lot. That's right, the parking lot. Extra large old-timey revival tent provided by the good folks over at the Riddle Brothers Circus Supply and Pet and Zoo Equipment Rental. The fun kicks off with a covered dish potluck supper at 6:30. We'll do a group sing-along about 7, and the serious Bible thumping will start up around 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Now, I've been doing some canvassing here in the neighborhood to get the word out, and a lot of folks in the area are saying the same thing to me. Well, you know, preacher, we'd love to come be with you, but we kind of got plans this week. We're packing up to go to Myrtle Beach for the weekend, but I tell you what, we'll try to get by if we can. Now, what that really means is old-timey tent meeting. Why, this old coot's out of his cotton-picking mind. I'd rather take a butt-whooping than spend 2 hours in a tent listening to some screw-loose Bible beater give me down the road for listening to secular music and having a beer after work. Well, sir, I got 3 things to say to all that. Number 1, I've been a Pentecostal preacher for pretty near 50 years. And when y'all say, we'll get by there if we can, I know that means we ain't a-coming. You ain't fooling me. Oh, and for the record, you ain't fooling the Lord neither. Number 2, listening to secular music or having a beer, that's not what's going to keep you out of heaven, honey. Your long life of unforgiven sins is what's going to do that till you confess them and get them under the blood of Jesus. And number 3, I wouldn't stick you under some old hot tent and browbeat you for 2 hours. It'll be more like 2.5 or 3 hours. Oh, preacher, it's so dadgum hot and sticky right now. Can't the old-timey tent meeting wait till it cools off some? Well, no, friends. For one thing, the hot and sticky part is what puts the old-timey in it. But you ain't got to wait for football weather to kick in, preacher. Can't you just put it off till after Labor Day or something? Well, we could, but don't nobody know how long we got left on this old earth. What if we was to put it off till after Labor Day and then you died in a car wreck next week? Why, you might miss out on your last chance to repent. How would you like them apples? Because I'll tell you flat out there, mister, I like to be comfortable. When you're twirling on a stick at the devil's weenie roast for all eternity, you're going to wish you'd come out to that old miserable hot parking lot and gave your heart to the Lord, because you know where it's really hot this time of year? Hell. So, don't miss our genuine old-timey outdoor summertime Bible thump. Every night this week, starting at 6:30 p.m. in the parking lot of the Sword of Joshua Independent Full Gospel Pentecostal Assembly, just off State Road 23 on the Frontage Road. This here is the Reverend Billy Ray Collins reminding you it's time to turn so you don't burn.
Right.
John Boy and Billy.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a nice day.
You know we will, Rev. All right. Well, let's play John Boy Jeopardy. Review yesterday's question. We found out that motorcycle fans should know that ray guns, draggers, and pea shooters are slang terms used to describe these.
That's mufflers.
That's mufflers on your bike. All right, today's John Boy Jeopardy. Officially speaking, the first traffic accident recorded in the U.S. occurred in 1896. It was New Yorker Henry Wells driving a Duryea motor car hit one of these.
Is it a dumbass?
More specific, please.
Okay, all right.
1-800-BIG-SHOW, you toll-free line. We play John Boy Jeopardy. Next. Good Thursday morning, July 15th. Big Show's on the radio, and our video today brought to you by Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. Shark fishing man rescued from unicorn. It's kind of weird, but it's not a real unicorn.
No.
It's a unicorn float.
I would say it'll make sense when you see it, but I've seen it and I still don't understand.
About 2 miles offshore shark fishing. I'd like to get a little more fishing in. Watch it to the end. Check it out.
Everybody knows real unicorns can't swim.
It's right there at thebigshow.com. You fishermen like this. And right now, let's play.
Yes, live across America, it's Jeopardy! And now, a fisherman who once had to be rescued while trying to reel in a corn dog. He's John Boy.
That wasn't a success.
He just couldn't let it go either. It was crazy.
We got Chris out of Florence, South Carolina up first. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, John Boy.
Good morning. Welcome in here, buddy. All right. Let's see what you got. We're looking at, officially speaking, the first traffic accident in the U.S. occurred in 1896 in New York City. The New Yorker Henry Wells hit one of these.
I'm going to guess he hit a horse.
All right. Well, is it a horse? Yeah, my first thought, too.
Yeah, great guess.
About that. All right. Well, Chris, we appreciate you playing, buddy. Hope you have a great day.
Thanks so much.
All right, man. You try again, man. We appreciate your attitude. Let's go to Todd down in Smith Station, Alabama. Good morning, Todd.
Hey, good morning, John Boy.
Hey, good morning. All right, Todd. It wasn't a horse. What do you think the first traffic accident? What did he hit?
I'm going to have to go with a cyclist.
Okay, you talking maybe a bicyclist? That's what it is. Yeah, they had bicycles back in this riding too, I guess, besides horses.
Yeah. You ever heard of the Wright brothers? That's what they did.
That's right. Yeah. All right. Hey, well, Todd, that worked out, buddy. Big old Liquid Performance products in your John Boy and Billy 5-gallon bucket. Head down to Smith Station for you.
All right, I appreciate it. Can I give a shout out?
You sure can.
So I'm going to give a shout out to my family, Megan, Harbor, Lexi, and Clay, and also I'm going to give a shout out to Jackie. I think she's the sweetest person I've ever talked to.
Oh, ain't she sweet? She is.
I agree.
All right, well, go get your information. So enjoy her a little more, Todd. Hang on, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Bottom of the hour, top of your news, right on the other side. Good old summertime song from Hoyt and the Boys. We'll head toward a brand new top 10 list, less than 20 minutes. Good Thursday morning. Big Show's on the radio. July the 15th, in the middle of the month of July. And Hoyt and Boys with a feel-good summer song.
All right, we're rolling. A 1 and a 2, and a you know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the Junior Nation Band presents another sad tale of real-life woe based on all our experiences. Well, it's sticky and it's humid, feeling sweaty as the heat begins to climb. Our old septic tanks are leaking and that AC unit could go anytime. And the toilet needs a plumber, life's a bummer. Let me tell you, summer sucks. Well, the washer dryer's busted and that dirty laundry's getting kinda rank. And we'd call a repairman, but we ain't got a nickel in the bank. a bummer. Summer sucks. Now, y'all, I'd had a pretty bad day when I wrote this song. Felt good to get it off my chest. Then I showed the words to my buddy Gooch over here. He said, "Hoy, my little 10-year-old nephew Clip might hear this. This is the new United States of America. You gonna let him walk around thinking there ain't no hope?" And he's right. So, Clip, we're fixing to dig around in this big old pile of horse crap and see if we can find you a pony in here somewhere. Here we go. Now Junior's winning races, so I reckon summer ain't a total bust. And we might live paycheck to paycheck, but the Lord above is where we put our trust. Might be a hole in my bucket, but circumstance can suck it. I'll adjust. And there it is, boys and girls, the closest you're ever gonna get to a storybook ending from a song out of this here band. By the way, Gooch, if your nephew ends up in juvenile hall, I'm going back to the original version of Bruce.
Good morning. It's a big show on the radio, rolling through you Thursday. About 20 minutes. Catch up on all things NASCAR. Boys heading up to New Hampshire this weekend. Our man Doug Rice will join us. Right now, it's top 10 list time. Billy.
Okay, Big Show bikers, this one is just for you. Top 10 signs you're a diehard motorcycle rider. Number 10, you can identify bugs by taste. Number 9, all your friends' nicknames are based on their muffler type. Number 8, your vacation planner is the rally schedule for the rest of the year. Number 7, your old lady's always asking you to move your bike because she can't see the TV. Number 6, the lock screen on your phone is a picture of your guy from Law Tigers. Number 5, your Christmas wish list is just a bunch of replacement part numbers. Number 4, when you wear a 3-piece suit, 2 of the pieces are a pair of chaps. Number 3, you have a dog named Sturgis. Number 2, you have a son named Sturgis. And the number 1 sign you're a biker, you have a daughter named Sturgis.
Good morning. You got the big show on the radio. More chances for you to win coming up after your news, weather, and sports.
You come to me today because, you know, no Sicilian can refuse a request on the day of his daughter's wedding. I shall grant your request. Someday, I may ask a favor of you. Maybe a haircut. Maybe I'll ask you to lay down your life for me. Maybe I'll just ask you to listen to John Boy and Billy on the big show. Would you rather wake up with a horse's head or these 2 horses' asses?
Good morning. This is a big show on the radio. We just watched that video again. Shark fishing man rescued from unicorn. Got floating on a unicorn. Got a shark hooked up on his rod about 2 miles offshore. He loves to fish.
That's dedication.
Help on the boat to rescue him. He said, Captain Leslie said, don't worry, we'll get you home. He said, Well, I would like to fish a little bit. Already on the boat. He already out there. That might have been his plan.
So there may be another video coming at some point.
You guys got yourself a nice boat here.
Check it out, thebigshow.com. Hopefully when you make your daily visit and you want to go fishing, well, let's do this public service announcement.
Want to spend some real quality time with someone you care about? Take them fishing.
Take me fishing, because I'll be all grown up sooner than you think.
Take me fishing, because everything's more fun when we do it together.
Take me fishing. You know what they say, even a bad day on the water beats a good day at work.
Take me fishing, because my wife won't let me smoke in the house anymore.
Take me fishing, man. Because that buddy of mine in the mountains just sent me a jar of that plum wine we had at the infield of Bristol last year. Remember that? Woo! Take me fishing. They got a hot new baby doll works down on the boat ramp. Man, she's smoking, 21 years old, kid bottle. Might be a little wild, too. I don't want to brag, but I think she kind of likes me.
Take me fishing. Because, you know, I'm not about to let you go out there by yourself no more. That's right. I heard about that little skank of the month down at the boat ramp. And you know how you get when you're around some trashy little tramp like that, so don't even try it.
Take someone fishing. You might share an unforgettable moment.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Or it might be the only way you get to leave the house. To find out more, visit TakeSomeoneFishing.com.
And if you come home smelling like that homemade racetrack hooch on your breath, you out of here.
Good morning, Big Show's on the radio. Coming up, the easiest way for you to get in the winner's circle is the current events quiz. Take C, get a hat, T-shirt, tumbler, and a $25 gas card from Law Tigers. Law Tigers, motorcycle lawyers who ride, representing injured riders for over 2 decades with Law Tigers. You never ride alone. Well, it is time for On Track with Doug Rice. And Doug is working from the palatial Rice Estate this morning. Good morning, Doug.
Palatial it is. I'm here sitting on my suitcase getting ready to head to lovely New England.
All right. So get ready to head toward New Hampshire. All right, we'll see what you think in a minute. But first, well, Doug, the last race on the Atlanta track as we know it turned into a Bushy McBush showdown.
It certainly was, and there's no beating around the bush on that. What I did there. Almost like we rehearsed it. It was
the funny
probably,
thing is you didn't know you had done it.
Probably the best race on that surface they've had in the last 5 years. The Bush brothers put on a good show. Kirk, with a little help from his teammate Ross Chastain, able to outdo younger brother Kyle, and now they are 2-2 in races where they have finished first and second. Kyle had the advantage for a while, and then a couple of years in Kentucky, Kirk beat him, and then he beats him again down here in Atlanta. It shows something. There's still a lot of fire left in Kurt Busch, and he is not with the premier team in NASCAR. I mean, Chip Ganassi Racing, they announced 2 weeks ago that they were selling out. So for that organization, for Kurt, for everybody, to lock down a playoff spot, to win the way they did, that's pretty impressive. They overcame a lot.
I know you were calling it on radio. I happened to see it. I was watching it on TV, and Jeff Burton was talking about, brothers racing. They're talking about when him and Ward was raced. He said, you always, want your brother to do well, and you hate it when you beat him. But I didn't get that feeling with the Bush boys. I think Kurt was extremely happy, and Kyle took it hard that he couldn't beat his brother.
Kurt got out at the start-finish line for the interview, and he's saying on the PA, how about that? Look at me. I beat my little brother. What do you think? And, of course, the people cheer because they love to pull against Kyle Busch. And he ate it up to the max. And Kyle went over and congratulated him in victory lane, but it wasn't like a prolonged hug, way to go. It was like, okay, yeah, bye.
Yeah,
so, there's nothing there that makes Kyle celebrate his brother beating him.
That's it. And that's something. I was thinking the same thing, wondering what you thought about. That was one of the best races there on Atlanta in a while. And, it doesn't look like the drivers are too excited about this remake of the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
No, they've been rather vocal in their opposition to what was announced, and we talked about that last week, that they're going to change the banking at Atlanta Motor Speedway up to 28 degrees and narrow it up a bit. It will be a lot faster. Good chance they'll be running a restrictor plate type package there. and the drivers voiced their concerns. And I think the thing that got them bent out of shape was that nobody called them up ahead of time and said, we're going to do this. Speedway Motorsports, which, I have to be 100% transparent, that's the company that I work for, said, we're going to do this, and consulted NASCAR and didn't bring the drivers into the equation. So we'll see how it all comes out. I know that night after the race was over this past Sunday, they were already starting the demolition so they could start with the reconfiguration of Atlanta Motor Speedway. So they're already on that track to redo AMS before we go back down there next year.
And, and the drivers, I don't guess they really don't know how it's going to be until they get out on it. But then, you got to put, what about the new car? Will the new car take effect next year?
Yes. I mean, even though there's been some concern, it was an interesting week in Atlanta. There were a lot of backstories going on. A story kind of bubbled to the surface that maybe the crash test for the new generation cars the results weren't as good as they said. Now, NASCAR quickly came back and said, don't know where you got that. We're going to push out that data real soon that shows you that this car is as safe as the current car. And that created another wave of conversation and controversy of the driver saying, okay, what really is the story with these crash tests? All of this is going to come to light over the next few days. So there's going to be a lot of unknowns. I think the way you almost have to look at it is that when they get to Atlanta next year, it will be a new speedway. It is going to be a new track that the drivers are going to have to face when they get there, because it's not going to resemble much in any way the surface that they've raced on since '96, I think.
That's right. Now, Doug, when did they change the start-finish line? Didn't they put it on the backstretch? It used to be on the front and change that around?
I believe that was 1996. That was after Bruton Smith bought the track.
That's right.
And they flipped it around because it was a pure oval up till then. The racetrack that you see the Kenny Rogers movie in is not there anymore.
Right.
So that one is gone. And it has been this mile and a half that resembles Charlotte Motor Speedway and Texas Motor Speedway.
Right. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it went from one racetrack to another, and now it's going to be in its third iteration when we go back down there next year.
Well, thanks for that, because I was wondering about that year. It was 96, because, Billy, remember, we were down there, and we were doing the parade lap. We were lucky enough to get in our Buddy Bruton suite there, so we was on the parade lap, and we were going the wrong way. And remember the NASCAR official? He said, Wade was over stopped and looked in the window and said, duh. Y'all boys lost. So, we're just doing a Polish parade lap here in honor of Alan Kowicki when he wasn't. But that was neat. Man.
Very, very nice. Why does that not surprise me at all?
Memories.
That goes along with you nearly tipping over the giant shopping cart at Bristol.
Yes, that's another highlight.
I feared for my life that day, because I was down trackside when I saw you guys hop in the oversized shopping cart.
When we were down there, Johnny, I'm trying to remember, was that the time that you put on the Viking helmet and did the fat lady singing at the end?
No, that was back. So if that was the same year, did Jeff Gordon win the championship in '96 right off the top of your head? I think it might have been it. Yeah. Because Bruton had me dress up like the big Viking lady in the fat lady singing in the opera. And it had one of those lifts that lifted me up over start-finish line. And it was after they switched, because it was on the other side of the track.
Yeah, that's right.
And I lip-synced "We Are the Champions" in honor of Jeff Gordon. I think Bruton was kind of sticking it to NASCAR a little bit, trying to get me in the camera shot.
Whoa. You lip-synced? I completely bought it.
Well, the Milli Vanilli of post-race performance. I had no idea.
More like chocolate and vanilla.
Good point, Billy.
Well, good. All right, good memories here of Atlanta. We'll try to make some new ones starting next year. And all right, Doug, before you get on that plane, head to New Hampshire, who should we be looking at? We get that NASCAR fantasy team going.
This has been a great track for two guys that we've talked about all year long that haven't won, Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. both perform really well up there. The one problem with is if Hamlin wins, Hamlin is mortified of crustaceans, and they give you an oversized lobster in Victory Lane. So
I didn't know Hamlin was afraid of crustaceans.
Yes, apparently so. So he doesn't like that big lobster you get in Victory Lane. I think right now the fact that he's not won this year, he would be delighted and embracing the lobster in all of its glory. But I think both of those guys could maybe, especially Denny, seems to be performing at a higher level. I think this could be maybe the race where he breaks out and gets his first win of the season. And I did some research, too, the other day and found out, we've talked about Chase Elliott, and we feel like he's struggling and not great this year.
Right.
His average finish this season after 21 races is actually 2 positions better than it was at this time last year, and he has won one more race. So let's don't be too fast to write off Chase Elliott. He's actually performing at a better level than he did last year, all except laps led. He's not there, but in everything else, top 10s, top 5s, wins, he is doing as well as he did last year.
All right, man. Well, good. Well, if Hamlin wins, I hope they cut the rubber bands off the claws. That'd really freak him out.
That would be worth the time. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah.
Well, Doug, you travel safe this weekend, buddy. Have a good call, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, we'll go set the lobster free.
All right, good deal. Free the crustacean. All right. You can follow Doug on Twitter at RiceMan61. All right, Ben, let's play this current events quiz. What are we dealing with?
Extreme Home Makeover Bowling Ball Edition.
All right, 1-800-BIG-SHOW. You toll-free line, you take C, you will win. We play next.
This past year has shown us that without your health, you have nothing. If you're not well, you can't work, look after yourself, or take care of your family. You can't enjoy the life you worked so hard to build. That's why you need to prioritize taking care of your long-term health today, before it goes from good to bad to worse. So invest in your long-term health with Forward. Forward is intelligent medicine with a personal touch. Their doctors are dedicated to catching top killers like cancer and heart disease early, before it's too late. And catching them early could save you tens of thousands of dollars in the long run. Everyone's health history is different, which is why Forward doctors personalize a health plan with you, based on your genetics, lifestyle, and biometrics, to achieve long-term results and ensure nothing gets missed. It's time to invest in a doctor that's invested in you. Go to GoForward.com today to protect your future health. That's GoForward.com. GoForward.com. This past year has shown us that without your health, you have nothing. If you're not well, you can't work, look after yourself, or take care of your family. You can't enjoy the life you worked so hard to build. That's why you need to prioritize taking care of your long-term health today, before it goes from good to bad to worse. So invest in your long-term health with Forward. Forward is intelligent medicine with a personal touch. Their doctors are dedicated to catching top killers like cancer and heart disease early, before it's too late. And catching them early could save you tens of thousands of dollars in the long run. Everyone's health history is different, which is why Forward doctors personalize a health plan with you, based on your genetics, lifestyle, and biometrics, to achieve long-term results and ensure nothing gets missed. It's time to invest in a doctor that's invested in you. Go to GoForward.com today to protect your future health. That's GoForward.com. GoForward.com.
Good Thursday morning. Big Show's on the radio. Video today brought to you by Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. Shark fishing man rescued from his unicorn floaty off the coast of Florida, about 2 miles.
Wow. Oh, another one of those? It happened again? What the?
I'm guessing that he hooked that shark close to shore and kind of pulled him out.
Yep, that's what he described.
He was going to keep fishing, wasn't he? Check it out, thebigshow.com. And right now, Pep Squad.
Ready? Okay. Comb your hair and take the wheels. It's time for the
Curtis out of Thompson, Georgia. Good morning, Curtis.
How you doing, John Boy and Billy?
Man, we all good. Curtis, welcome in here, buddy. You ready to win?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's do it.
Well, a Michigan man doing a home renovation made an unusual discovery under his back porch. While replacing an old set of cinder block steps, David Olson found a bowling ball buried in the ground. Then he found another one, and another one, and another one. By the end of the day, he had pulled 160 bowling balls out of the ground behind his house.
That's odd.
Well, he called Brunswick, the company that made the balls, and found out they were manufactured sometime in the 1950s. Back then, apparently, construction crews sometimes used old balls from bowling alleys as foundation filler. They said it was easier to work with than sand. Olson says he donated a few of the balls to a local church. They're going to use it in a bowling ball cannon. His father took a few to make custom furniture, and he plans to keep most of the rest of them and make sculptures for his property. Which raises the question, A, how do you sculpt a bowling ball? B, what kind of furniture can they make? Or C, what kind of church has a bowling ball cannon?
What you got, Curtis?
Man, this is a pretty hard one, but I guess we're going to have to take C.
There you go. I need to alert Reverend Billy Ray.
I'm telling you.
This will be great.
Very weird.
That's why I wonder if our construction boys listening this morning knew that back there.
Yeah, they would just show up at the bowling alley and say, you got any balls that you're getting ready to retire? And they just take them and use them for
Yeah, we're
fill.
going to build a house.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Curtis, worked out for you. The big old Law Tigers prize pack headed down to Thompson.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
You did it, buddy.
Give a shout out.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Give a shout out to one of my favorite ladies, Miss Jackie.
All right. Jack got her some fans. Yeah. Well, you hold on.
Yes, sir.
All right, Curtis. She'll hook you up. Hang on. Bottom of the hour, top of your news. Right on the other side, the time capsule dig up for a laugh. Then the latest edition of Dumb Crook News, less than 20 minutes.
This is the award-winning John Boy and Billy Big Show. The South's #1 export.
Welcome to John Boy and Billy Playhouse. Today's episode, The Parrot Problem. As our story opens, an unhappy customer is entering the pet depot at Brushywood Mall.
Hey, Merry Christmas. How you doing?
Ain't doing worth a fart, Sonny. I come here to return this parrot you sold me.
Whoa. Got a problem with the bird?
Yeah, you said he could talk.
Yeah, well, of course he can talk. He's a parrot. Ain't you ever seen a pirate movie?
Don't get lippy.
Oh, sorry.
Well, this one has been at home with me for almost 24 straight hours, and he ain't said the first word yet. Yeah, except for that word. Every once in a while, he'll say that.
There you go, Billy. That's how he's going to milk it out.
I think there's something wrong with his timing chain.
Stupid bird.
Well, lady, he may not look like it, but this is a sensitive, intelligent animal. Just not the guy playing him. A couple of weeks ago, he's flying around the rainforest. Then a guy dropped a sack on his head, stuffed him in a box. Next thing you know, some Mexican kid smuggling him across the border in his underwear. Yeah, it's been traumatic. Ain't that right, Polly? There you go. You gotta let him get used to his new environment. I'll tell you what you need. A mirror.
A mirror?
Yeah. You hang it by the bar on the inside of his cage. He looks in there, thinks he sees another bird. Hey, another bird! Pretty soon, he's all loosened up, ready to carry on a conversation. This little beauty here is our bestseller, Hearts Mountain number 1015.
Well, how much do you want for it?
Normally $14.95. For you, $12.
$12? For that little old bitty mirror, I can get one at the CVS store for 79 cents.
Hey, Crackers. Don't help. Look, lady, the 1015 here is the Cadillac of bird mirrors. Plastic security clips, anti-glare coating, and look at that genuine simulated wood frame. La-dee-da! This thing ought to be hanging in a museum someplace.
Well, if you say it's a good one.
Trust me, it's the best. Your bird will love it. There you go, sweetheart. Have a Merry Christmas.
The next day, our unhappy customer is back.
Merry Christmas. Welcome to the... Hey, it's the bird girl.
That's right. And I'm here to get my money back for this stupid bird.
Now what's the problem?
Same problem as yesterday. My talking parrot ain't talking. That mirror you sold me ain't made a lick of difference. Now, are you going to give me a refund? Or do I have to call the mall manager? Ain't funny.
Sounds like Crackers is teed off, too. Easy, lady, easy. Listen, this bird's been through a lot of changes. 2 weeks ago, he's flying around from sun up to sundown. Now he's cooped up in a little bitty cage all day. He needs exercise. And I got just the thing for him. The bird ladder.
The bird ladder?
The bird ladder. Sure, you put this baby in a cage, hops up and down it all day long. Pretty soon he's got his old strength back again. Next thing you know, he's talking your ear off.
Well, how much?
$19.95.
What? That's more than that little old mirror.
Yeah, you heard him. That's what he's talking about. This is a beautiful piece of craftsmanship. You know, that's all carved by hand. Trust me, lady, this is exactly what you need.
Oh, okay, but this better work.
Trust me. There you go, darling. Merry Christmas.
The next day, it's deja vu all over again.
Okay, Fuzzy, I've had it.
Hey, calm down, lady.
Don't tell me to calm down. I want my money back, and I want it right now.
Oh, still having problems with your bird?
Not anymore. He's dead.
Dead?
Yeah, see for yourself.
Wow, you're right. Stiff as a board. When did this happen?
First thing this morning, I got up to check on him, and he was sitting there on that ladder, kind of weaving back and forth. Next thing you know, he keeled over right in front of me.
Unbelievable. And he never talked to you the whole time you had him?
Stupid bird. Well, actually, he did manage to get out a few words right before he died.
Oh, yeah? What'd he say?
He said, "Rourke, lady, don't they sell no food at that pet store?"
We hope you've enjoyed John Boy and Billy Playhouse.
You come to the right place. How about a nice parrot coffee? Model number 722.
Tune in again next time when we hear the crusty old Mexican parrot smuggler say,
"Hey, big man, let me hold $1."
See, I knew he was going to die, so I was sounding weaker and weaker as my roll went on.
Stupid bird.
Nailed it.
John Boy and Billy.
To say that you behave childishly is an insult to children everywhere.
Morning radio done right.
Good morning. It's a big show on the radio. Just cruising through Thursday morning, July the 15th. And we're about 20 minutes away from Tatertainment News. Hang for that. And in 30 minutes, we'll play Wordy Word. But right now, it's time for Dumb Croak News. Dumb Croak stories sent in by you, the Big Show listeners. For many, many years, we appreciate your contribution. And the address will follow this report. A Bowie County, Texas man panicked when a pair of police officers showed up at his house with a warrant to search for drugs. Well, the man let the officers in, then excused himself for a quick potty break. He tried to get rid of his stash by flushing it down the toilet, which might have worked if the local utility company hadn't just turned off his water for failing to pay his bill. Saw it floating. He was arrested. When a Gary, Illinois man's wife accused her husband of getting violent with her during an argument, police arrested him on domestic battery charges. He also lost his job. Until the incident, the husband was employed by the local city court, where he taught anger management classes.
But not very well, I'm guessing.
A 19-year-old Tokyo man threatened to hijack the bus he was riding on unless it took him to the airport. Well, the driver was happy to comply since he was driving an airport bus that was already going to the airport. Arresting officers say alcohol may have been a factor in the case.
I'd say that's a good theory, yeah.
A daring thief approached an armored car driver outside a supermarket in Memphis, Tennessee, and grabbed the large canvas money bag he was carrying. The thief got away, but he didn't have much to show for his efforts. The driver had just arrived at the store to make a pickup, so the large canvas money bag he was carrying was full of large canvas money bags. Two teenagers in Fairfield, Maine decided to rob a tattoo parlor. Knowing that the shop was protected by laser-powered motion detector, the pair brought along a can of hairspray to reveal the path of the laser beam. But because real-life lasers aren't like the ones in Mission Impossible movies, the stream of hairspray set off the burglar alarm.
Yep. Delbert, you idiot.
This quickly brought the police who arrested him.
Well,
a Newcastle, Delaware man was busted after he broke into a restaurant and tried to open the safe in the manager's office. The cops say the suspect was apparently a rookie at this particular crime. At the time of the arrest, he was using the manager's computer to Google search for instructions on safe cracking.
Now we'll do that at home.
A German man returning from a vacation almost died after refusing to give up a liter-sized bottle of vodka at an airport security checkpoint in Nuremberg. When airport employees told the man he would have to either throw away the vodka or check it as luggage, the man grabbed the bottle and chugged the whole thing right in the middle of the airport.
How'd that work out?
Well, in words of the police, he soon found himself unable to stand or otherwise function. The man was rushed to a local hospital with a near-lethal case of alcohol poisoning. After a few days of recovery, he was able to complete his trip home.
Yikes.
He didn't have to give up that bottle. An Australian limousine driver was challenged by another motorist who revved his engine at a traffic light. The two men took off on a high-speed drag race through the streets of Sydney. This was quite a surprise for the limo's passengers, a newlywed couple who had just left their wedding reception.
Wow.
Well, the cars hit speeds of over 80 miles per hour during the race, which ended when the Fast and Furious drivers were pulled over by police. They were arrested on the spot, and the newlywed couple had to be chauffeured to their original post-wedding destination in the back of a police car. A Henrietta, New York man drove his car to Jacksonville, Florida, left it in the parking lot of an apartment complex, then reported the car had been stolen. It was an insurance scam that he thought would be worth at least $10,000, but police searched the recovered car and found an important clue: a set of turn-by-turn directions on the car's navigation system that led straight from the man's home address in New York to the apartment complex in Florida.
Maybe it was just a coincidence.
Also left behind a receipt for the plane ticket he bought to fly himself back to New York.
Okay, you got me.
And finally, police in Salt Lake City approached a suspicious pedestrian and asked him for identification. The man pulled out what he thought was his ID and was arrested on the spot. Instead of his driver's license, he handed the officers a hold-up note he had used in 2 recent bank robberies. If you got Dumb Crook news, mail to Dumb Crooks, John Boy and Billy, P.O. Box 19111, Charlotte, NC 28219. Email anybody but me at thebigshow.com. It's the Big Show on your radio. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Oh, I love all those fine, big, strong radio men. Walter Winchell, Cousin Brucey, Wolfman Jack, John Boy and Billy. Oh, John Boy and Billy. They're the only two white men ever make me mourn. Woo! I feel so vulnerable. Come on! You'll limp back. Well, you walk over, but you'll limp back. Come on!
Good morning, Big Show's on the radio. Quick reminder about one of the best podcasts there is in podcast land.
Oh, boy, let me write this one down.
It's the John Boy and Billy's Late Risers podcast, Stu.
Oh.
What do you do every day when we finish the broadcast? And to chop it up, you get the entire Big Show. With last about an hour and a half there?
Yeah, roughly.
Maybe like that. Little fun stuff. That's all you need right there at thebigshow.com. Let's see, latest count. We're 1,764,526 downloads. Appreciate y'all listening. That's where it comes. It was very popular.
Man, if we could get $1 for every one of those.
Let's don't get greedy.
All right.
This is absolutely free for your enjoyment. Thing you need to know about it, thebigshow.com. Good morning, Big Show's on the radio. Coming up, we play Wordy Word. No winner gets a Mount Olive Pickles prize pack. Includes Mount Olive hat, T-shirt, stainless tumbler, and pickle juicers. That's the latest innovation from the corner of Cucumber and Vine. Pickle juicers in convenient 2-ounce shooters and 64-ounce jugs. Get them now at MountOlivePickleshop.com. Just click on the link when you go to thebigshow.com. Mount Olive Pickles make a great product since 1926. Hang on, win them in a minute. Well, right now, it's time for Tatertainment News. Here's Marcy Tater Moran.
Thank you, guys. Question. Could Bill Cosby be headed back out on a comedy tour?
Ooh.
Oh, I hope not.
The answer is yes.
I'd pass on the meet and greet backstage if I were a female.
TMZ is reporting that the 83-year-old's rep says his camp has been in touch with some clubs since his release, and managers have been open to the idea. With one manager, quote, saying, "The world wants to see Mr. Cosby."
Wow, how about that?
So there's also a 5-part docuseries in the works, and cameras have been following Cosby around, and he plans to sit for interviews about his legacy, about his time in prison, and about his release, and all that good stuff. Family and friends have already gone in front of the camera for this
It's called
docuseries.
I Did Not Put the Pills in the People.
All right. Because I don't know what he's going to do for a stand-up, because Ray was pretty much like an American Dad stand-up, you know, with talking about
funny
family.
thing happened to me on the way to the club.
Wow.
So, yeah, a lot of people online are saying they're not going to spend any money nor watch any docuseries.
That would be a
about
little
it.
tough,
So it's split. You're either for or totally against. No one really in the middle.
Well, he's a genius, comedy-wise.
Yeah.
He's just not
Yeah.
a great guy,
Yeah.
as it turns out.
So Nick Cannon, told you about old Nick Cannon. And he is the champion of family planning, I would
Who
have
the
to say.
baby daddy is?
He's claimed that having 4 babies in 6 months with 3 women was completely on purpose.
Ah, yeah.
Completely on purpose. His exact words were, quote, "I'm having kids on purpose. Trust me, there's a lot of people I could have gotten pregnant. The ones that got pregnant are the ones that were supposed to get pregnant."
Call him and find out what kinds of pills he's using.
Jackie, put your hand down.
So at least one of the women disagree with him. Abby De La Rosa, she delivered twin boys back on June 14th, which was just 9 days before Nick's girlfriend gave birth to his 7th child. That baby just arrived. The moment that Abby realized that Alyssa Scott had a similar due date, she just basically got rid of all her social media and anything that had to do with Nick.
So he was not forthcoming.
Now, the Masked Singer host has compared himself to a seahorse. Quote, "The male seahorse gives birth to thousands of tiny seahorses." And he concluded his declaration with, "YOLO, you only live once."
Sounds like a great guy.
Daddy? Daddy?
All right, I thought y'all would run more with that, but you really didn't. You kind of left me. You left me out here with Nick Cannon.
There's not a lot, not a real rich vein of seahorse jokes laying around.
No, I thought for sure you'd just been saving some to just. Well, Jennifer Lopez is finally seeing Jennifer Garner's kids. Remember, Jennifer Garner was not going to let Jennifer Lopez really be in the picture until she knew that this was something with Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Because why?
Because Ben dates a lot, and she just wanted to make sure it wasn't just somebody, a fly-by-night girlfriend that was just going to be there for a couple months before she gets her kids involved.
So Ben Affleck had kids with Jennifer Garner.
Right, they were married.
And what does Jennifer Lopez have to do with it?
They were together before Jennifer Garner was in the picture.
He was with Lopez before Garner. But he likes the Jennifers, it looks like.
Very common name. But so Ben had broken up with his girlfriend. Jennifer Lopez had kicked A-Rod to the curb.
That's right. She was dating A-Rod.
And like a couple weeks later was back with Ben, rekindling that. It's been 16, 20 years, something like that. I don't know. Since they were together.
So he's
back. Nick Cannon said, when you make up your mind, let me know.
Y'all don't shut up. I'm going to go out of my mind.
So good deal for these crazy kids because she's already rumors of her moving in with Ben. So I guess Jennifer thinks that Jen is going to stick around. So now the kids have been hanging out with her kids that she had with Mark Anthony.
I just can't follow it. I'm trying.
You had a question.
Are you, though? Kids. I don't really think you are, and I don't blame you.
Garner's kids. Jennifer Lopez wasn't going to see Garner's kids.
Well, Jennifer Garner wasn't going to let her.
Wasn't going to let her see.
She didn't want to introduce J-Lo into their friend group unless there was something real going on with her and her ex-husband.
With Ben.
With Ben and her.
Okay, that's Jennifer Garner's.
Which is kind of a mama bear. It's kind of like a mama bear move. Like going, you know what? And until you guys show that you got some staying power and you're going to stick around, then my kids can get to know you.
Because they are going to stay divorced, Garner and Affleck.
Right, right. But they share these kids, so she's, being a mama.
Okay, so then Jennifer, okay, I got it.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey.
I don't like that insolent tone.
And my last bit of news is that Barron Trump has grown up. He's now 6'7" tall.
6'7"? Man, how old is he?
He's 15 years old, and he is 6'7". He's the tallest member of the Trump family.
I'd say.
Because Melania is, I think, 6 feet tall.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't know.
Got some of them good genes.
Who is Melania, by the way?
Melania. Melania. Sorry, Melania?
You had 4 years to practice.
Did I say that?
You never know. I called her another daughter.
I called her Mel. We just got along that close. Melania.
I'll let you go because you better call Sal.
Well, Melania, but in the South we say Melania. That's how you.
Yeah.
I'll better call Sal. Okay, goodbye.
All right.
Thank you for listening.
All right. Well, let's get us a winner. Let's play Wordy Word. All right, we ready? Let's do it. 1-800-BIG-SHOW, you toll-free line. Get a couple contestants, and we'll play next. Good Thursday morning. Big Show's on the radio. Video today brought to you by Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. You got to check out this shark fishing man on a floaty unicorn getting rescued at sea. He about 2 miles offshore, and he wasn't going to let that shark go. No, he going to have to touch it, too.
Is that a thing? If it's a big fish and you're not going to bring it in, you have to touch it before you let it go?
I guess so.
A thumbprint on it there?
He's got it on film. We just show it.
Yeah.
Thanks to his...
Oh, he wants the sharks to have. He wants him to go tell the other sharks. This guy got me.
It's a warning to the other sharks.
There's my smell. There you go.
He touched me right here.
Man, you got to see it at thebigshow.com. And we'll be taking the classic beer requests on the wall in minutes, but right now...
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird.
The wordy word and a wordy word. Let's meet the contestants. We got Gene from Landrum, South Carolina. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, John Boy.
Morning. And we got Lee from Tupelo, Mississippi. Good morning, Lee.
Morning, John Boy.
Good morning. All right, boys, welcome. Got a team set. Lee, you're on Team Tater and Randy. And Gene on the John Boy and Billy team. 2 rounds, 30 seconds each. Good luck to you, boys. So, Lee, you relax. Me and Gene will put some numbers on the board here in our first round. You ready, Gene?
Let's get it.
All right, let's do it then. All right. Start the clock now. Hey, this one's just like the other one. They are the...
Pair, twins.
No, that like if it's two of them, they're just alike. It's the blank old song.
Flame.
Yes. All right, rhymes with it. A fire. You will have a
flame.
Yeah. All right. This is a Catholic woman with a habitat on.
A nun.
Yeah. All right. A blood blank. When your blood blanks up.
With my blood blanks up.
I don't know, man.
With a habitat on?
What a nuns wear.
It's called a habit. Although your idea is way more interesting.
Did he get it?
A habitat is where they live.
Right. And they also build houses for poor people on their weekends.
Hey, Gene, we were on the same wavelength on that one. Good work, buddy.
I got you, brother. It's all good.
So there's a 3 on the board. All right, Lee and Tater for round 1.
All right, Lee.
Are you ready, Lee?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and go.
All right, when your blood stops, like
Clock.
yes, thank you.
Clock.
Oh my goodness, this person puts flowers together in a bouquet.
Floors.
Yes.
You this has 2 wheels and you ride it like around the park.
Bicycle.
This bird is at the ocean, and it.
Seagull.
Yes, sir. You might go out on this to fish. It's a long dock.
Boat.
Nope.
A pier.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, this bird also eats fish and scoops it up and keeps it in. I had
there's
more
the
words.
buzzer. That's all right. So put a 5 on the board to take the lead by 2. So here we're going to round 2. All right, Gene, you're with Billy. Are you ready?
I hope so.
And you're picking up on that last one. Ready? Go.
It's a bird with a great...
Pelican.
Yeah, there you go.
Pelican.
There you go. These walk sideways, and they're good if you boil them. Soft shell.
Crabs.
Yeah.
Yep. You use this to put gasoline in your car. It's shaped like a
Tube.
It's like skinny
Nozzle.
on one end. It's skinny on one end.
Yeah, there you go.
A funnel.
Yeah, there you go. This is a name for a woman's shirt. Is also called a what?
Blouse.
Yeah.
Yep. Rhymes with it. Mickey Blank at Disney World.
Mouse.
Yeah.
Yep. You live in a what? Rhymes.
House.
Yes.
All
There
right,
you
good
go.
work,
All right.
boys. There you go. Put a 6 on a 3, a 9 for Gene. So Lee and Randy, you need 4 to tie, and 5 will win.
Okay, we're still rhyming, by the way.
Are you? Well, good. All right, Lee, you ready?
Yes.
And go.
The person you're married to is also called your
spouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we're no longer rhyming. And when you die, this is what happens to you. They put you in the ground. That's called
A burial.
Yeah. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
All right. That's all right.
And so, okay, so I don't know how to say it without saying it.
Tinkerbell was one.
Tinkerbell was one of these.
Fairy.
Thank you. Yes. So it rhymes with it. Halloween. People jump out because things are really
Scary.
yes.
Tied up.
Rhymes with it. I almost said it.
Okay, well, you eked out a tie, so it looks like we go to overtime. After a 9-9, 2 rounds.
Yay.
Yeah. Tater hadn't helped you out with Tinkerbell. Gene would have won.
My fault.
Yeah, thanks a lot. All right, here we go, boys. Extra 30 seconds. All right, Gene, I think you and Billy should go for the first 30.
Let's get it.
All right, then. Here we go. Picking up on that last one. Ready, go.
Type of fruit. A straw or a raz what?
Berry.
Bam.
There you go. An ape is covered in fuzz. He's really what? Still rhyming.
Who?
An ape. Or Bigfoot.
Oh.
He's really what?
Fur.
No,
Furry.
we're rhyming with the last one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This is on the playground, and you climb to the top and then go to the bottom.
Slide.
There you go. Yeah. Let's see. Dracula has these kind of teeth in the front.
Fangs.
Yes.
Bam.
There you go.
All right, good work, boys. Put a 4 on the overtime score. And now, Lee, do you want Randy or Tater for your first 30?
Tater.
Maybe last 30?
man.
All right. Y'all need 4 to have double overtime. 5 will win. Ready, Go.
Elvis in the 70s had really big ones. They call them lamb chops. What are those?
Sideburns.
Yes. A car that doesn't have a top is what?
Convertible.
Yep. You put these on your bed. It's not the blanket. Yes. This is on your hand, but it's not a finger. It's a...
Phone.
Yep. Your eye blank. It's the hair above your eye.
Eyebrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that
you did
it?
it. You did it. Yeah. That's 5-4 in overtime.
Good game, guys.
Gene from Landrum, doggone it, come up a little short, but you can play again anytime, all right?
Uh-oh.
Don't hurt my life, brother. Thank you.
Gene, we appreciate you, buddy. You have a great day. And Lee, all right, we're sending your Mount Olive pickles back down to Tupelo. Congratulations.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right, buddy. Good morning. Got the big show on the radio. Time for the classic beer request of the morning. Mason Carter out of Belmont, North Carolina. Mason says, have you still got that time John Boy pooted during a push-up? You know, I did one push-up in my life, and
it was memorable.
And so many poops.
Well, I've actually done more push-ups than one, as far as you know.
And a whole lot more poops.
Oh, man.
Of course, we got it, Mason. We'll play it for you next. Good morning, Big Show's on the radio. Classic beer request from Mason Carter out of Belmont, North Carolina. I remember Sargy Wargy was in the studio in between tours, wasn't he? Yep. Going to see if I was doing a correct push-up, military style.
You know, you called him Sargy Wargy so long that I had to call him at the base one time when we were on 4th Street.
Right.
And I'm leaving a message and asking for Sargy Wargy. I didn't know his real name. They're like, excuse me? I'm like, Sargy Wargy.
Oh, I thought maybe somebody was trying to run down Sargy Wargy, a little baby dolly out there.
I'm sure she sounded way too confused for it to say my name.
I guess so.
They're like, good luck with that.
Right.
All right, well, here's a famed push-up. All right, hey, Sargy Wargy, our buddy Sarge from the Air Force in the 14th ASOS out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're going to be in Fayetteville. The Golden Knights going to be performing. And what's that, 1st of November, Sargy?
Yeah, first part of November.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. All right, now, I tell Sarge, hey, Macon, how you doing, Mike? Our boss here, you'll be interested to know. I'm on a new fitness program. I can do 25 push-ups at one time right now. I'm up to 25. What do you think? You believe it? Say, hey, I should have made some money off of y'all. I could have bet any one of y'all. I'd say, I can do 10 push-ups, and then I'd have got you going to 20, and then I'd have won some money. But I like you guys. I'm not going to take your money.
Are you going to demonstrate these so-called push-ups?
Yeah, I want you to see. Can you see me over here?
I can come around there.
I don't want to see.
Come on, Megan. The boss is just afraid of a workman's comp claim.
Yeah. Do we have
doing work?
Do we have medical staff around here ready for this?
Yeah.
We need one of those machines that gets your heart back with those pads.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Megan, now you crush a golf ball about 350 yards. Is there some kind of exercise you do for that? Is that your butt, man?
No, it's
your
called,
legs?
It's called playing golf every day.
Playing every
That's
day.
the only exercise you do.
I ain't got time to play golf every day. I got too much business going on.
You want me to count how many you do, right?
No, I don't want you to count. I ain't gonna do 25 because I got my headphones on, so to weigh my head down a little bit more, I probably can't do 25.
Bounce you out your butt.
But I just want to see if I'm right here. All right, am I starting right in the right position?
Close. Put your butt down a little bit. There you go.
You're off to a fine start.
Sorry, it went off.
Is that what they call feeling the burn? Gee.
You have to pull your finger.
I had a gas pocket.
Yeah.
Did you see Sergeant run away from it? Big old tough Air Force guy. He was touching it.
I pushed him on the back, and all of a sudden it went off.
I was just cleaning it. I didn't know what all right, I can't do one now. Wait a minute.
I don't think we want to see you do any more anyway.
No, not at all.
Jackie loves it. Jackie loves it when I poot. I'm glad I had that one.
Or so she tells you. Yeah.
Okay, we'll rest up here. I'll try another little bit, Sarge.
Well, rest up. From what? You broke wind, for goodness sakes.
I'm laughing. I'm out of breath. All right, hang on. We'll be back with John Boy's workout. Good morning. Big Show's on the radio for a few more minutes here. Let's see. Checking out some of our funny buddies moving around. We got James Gregory this Saturday at the VHS Theater in Valdosta, Georgia. All right, James in Valdosta, VHS Theater. That's perfect for him. I like it. And then on Sunday, he'll go down to St. Augustine, Florida, in Lewis Auditorium. James there. Karen Mills live, July the 24th at the Princess Theater in Decatur, Alabama. And let's see here, we got buddy John Reed. We'll catch up with him tomorrow on Small Town News. But he'll be at the Charlotte Comedy Zone, July 22nd through the 29th. All right, I think that about covers that, boy. Oh, Spainberg, Mike Spainberg's playing at Staunton, Virginia, Red Beard Brewing Company on the 17th. That will be this Saturday in Staunton, Virginia. So that's some of our Big Show buzz and baby dolls moving around. And, of course, always you miss any of the Big Show today before high noon this morning Eastern. The John Boy Billy's Late Risers podcast will drop. You can get it right from thebigshow.com. All right, Bidley, let's get it.
Bitbox is here. Download your favorite Big Show bits, 99 cents each, 15 for $9.99. Buy them once, play them anywhere. Find your faves at thebigshow.com. Anytime's the perfect time for John Boy and Billy's Southern Sweet Tea, y'all. Stock up at Food Lion or your favorite store. Order JB&B Stuff by phone, 800-471-STUFF. Online services by animate.com.
Don't forget for your weekend grilling, all John Boy and Billy grilling sauce, including the Eastern Carolina and all John Boy and Billy rubs, including Carl and Shell's Steak Shake, available at IGA stores and KJ's throughout South Carolina and Georgia. See you tomorrow. Love you, man.
Poor confused bastard.
I'm Dr. Payman Danielport.
And I'm Dr. John Lakey. We invite you to listen to our new podcast, Forever Young. Together, we're partners in practice at Beverly Hills Plastic Surgery Group, the renowned plastic surgery center in the heart of Beverly Hills, California.
Join us every Tuesday as we put you under the knife and offer a glimpse behind the surgical mask into the fascinating world of cosmetic surgery, the latest breakthroughs in skincare, and what you can do to look and feel forever young.
Forever Young premieres July 21st. Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.